Welcome to LeonCo and welcome to your weekly financial news. Welcome to LeonCo and welcome to your weekly financial news. And first of all, we want to share a big message of solidarity with everyone that's facing this world pandemic that we are facing today with the COVID-19. We hope everything and everyone is all right, safe in their homes, and are taking the necessary methods and measures for them to stay healthy and stay safe throughout this process. And it's very important that all of us do our part to try and help the health professionals to try to work throughout this virus and to keep our families and to keep our friends and neighbors safe throughout this process. So with that said, we want to jump right into our weekly financial news, and it's more of a conversation or a topic that of an idea that most people may have in their minds or are starting to feel as it's a reality. And it's if this financial economic situation caused by the COVID-19 will start, or it has already started, a depression or a Great Depression in the economy, not just in the United States, but in the whole world. And the reality is no. At this point, this is not a reality. A Great Depression is not a reality for what we are facing health-wise and financial-wise throughout the whole world. If by some chance or by some opportunity this pandemic continues for, let's say, 6 to 8 months, yes, we can start talking about a Great Depression, even in the United States economy and some economies throughout the world. But we are just starting to face this virus and this pandemic, and most countries are are taking the necessary steps to face this virus, this pandemic, in a responsible and orderly fashion, so that they can provide a sense of security, provide opportunities for people that are not sick, and for those that are sick, for them to get better. So this is the reality that we're facing. This is not, this is an anomaly that has happened in the economy, and this is a virus that's affected many people worldwide, and has the economy stuck. But this does not mean that the economy will be destroyed. This means that we need to give it some time, maybe a couple weeks, maybe 2 to 3 months, and then the economy will start to work its way up back again. This is not something that is destroying or crushing the economy per se. For most people, this could mean that if it goes in an extended length of time, maybe some people can lose their jobs and can lose their liquidity or cash in some sort. But the reality is, if we all put our hands together and we all work to provide the conditions and the situation necessary to attack this virus in an organized and a responsible manner, the reality is that the time that it will take to manage this virus will be very, very slow compared to other viruses that we can face. Most nations are working head-on to find cures, to find vaccines, or find treatments that we can use for this virus. But the reality is that the virus can be contained if we all have a hygienic lifestyle, if we wash our hands, if we take the necessary steps to have a good hygiene repertoire, to have a good hygiene situations, that we wash our hands frequently. We wash our hands before we eat. We try to avoid putting our hands in our face, through our mouth, our nose, and our eyes. Try to avoid contact with other people, and try to, if you feel that you are not feeling well, if you have a fever, if you have a cough, if you have a runny nose, even though you not necessarily have the virus, you should try and stay home. Try to contain those effects and try not to get other people sick. So this is a responsibility that not only nations and the government have, but us as individuals have. And the other reality is, when it comes to this financial situation or economy situation that we have, it's lots of bubbles are popping in the stock market. Yes, if you've had knowledge on what has happened throughout the economy throughout the 6, maybe 8 couple months, you've noticed that there have been appearing couple of bubbles in the stock market and in the markets worldwide, and this virus has helped and stimulated for those bubbles popping. Yes, most people will not admit that the market had these bubbles, but they are using this virus to pop those bubbles so that the market can reshape itself, restabilize itself, and when it comes back to normality, it won't necessarily be as high as it was maybe 2 to 3 months ago, but it will be a stable economy. So in a backhand of this crisis or this situation, the economy will little by little start stabilizing itself by popping all those bubbles. So my best advice is that you guys stay calm, be proactive on the situations. Let the economy officials, let the government officials work and have their hand on what they are responsible and what they have power over, but us as individuals, we have power on what the things that we can do as individuals. Stay safe, stay healthy, be responsible with our actions, and always stay safe. So I hope you guys like this financial video for this week. It's something very different. We talked more about how can we stay safe and how the COVID-19 can affect the economy instead of a usual per se news, but we thought that this was important for us to share with you guys on this topic and the situation that is happening throughout the world. So I hope you guys like this video. Stay tuned to our channel for weekly updates on everything that we post. Give us a like, subscribe to our channels, hit that notification bell, but always remember to have that king mentality.